Welcome to Tasty Tuesday. Today, what I'm going to be preparing for you is a new recipe that I created. I was inspired by farmers markets, in particular, a Mexican stand that I used to be next to when I had my juice bar. They were very popular with their burritos, breakfast burritos with eggs and potatoes and meats and everything else, right? So I am going to kind of make the meatloaf a little sexier today, because meatloaf's always been a little boring for me. So what I did was I added chorizo, 1 pound of chorizo, to a 2 pound mix of ground beef and ground pork. And I've already pre-mixed it with my hands. And then with this, I'm gonna go ahead and form this, put it into the pan. Before I do so, I'm gonna add 1 or 2, probably 2 of the cloves of the garlic. And I'm just gonna press those in there and then remix it with about a third of these jalapeños. And just so you know, this is 2 jalapeños cut up, this is 1 Roma Tomato cut up, and this is 2 tomatillos cut up. And these are going to be used inside of the meatloaf with the scrambled eggs and with the shredded red potato. And then we also have different ways to serve it too. So you can serve it just like that. I'm going to put once I form it, there'll be a hole in the middle, and then we'll add these ingredients later. You'll see me do it. But if you want to just cook it like that, you could always serve everything into little things like this. So this is cabbage. And what I did was I just took off the outside of the cabbage. You can set a whole bunch of these around a tray, put the meatloaf in there, and it's perfect for serving your guests. Little appetizers if you're having any parties. Or you could also do a jalapeno. Just cut out the middle of a jalapeno like you would anyway if you're going to do jalapeno poppers or anything like that. And put the meatloaf inside here and serve it this way, also on trays. Or if you wanted to just do little tacos and not in a tortilla, you could use the jalapeno that way as well. And you just cut it in half, scrape out the seeds, and voila. You have the perfect vessel to eat appetizers of the meatloaf that we're making with the chorizo and the egg and everything else. So when you come back, you'll see how I put it all together. I'm also going to be using Chorizo cheese in the center just because it's a good dry cheese. We don't want to get, we're already adding a lot of moisture with these ingredients. We don't want more moisture with the cheese because we do want the meatloaf to retain its form. So I'm going to be adding a drier cheese, which is Cotija. It's delicious, and the eggs will be scrambled in the middle. I'm not using the eggs to coat the outside with to form the meatloaf at all. I'm not doing that at all. We're just doing the meatloaf in the pan. We're going to get it going, and then once it's warm, we'll add the scrambled eggs and everything else. That way it won't seep into the meatloaf. So anyways, when you come back, and I'll post this later, this will all be done and you'll see me do it. So thank you.